What's up guys, unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we are going to be discussing a number of new reveals and details that we know and are anticipating for the upcoming Disney Plus Ahsoka Season 2. Of course, we're going to go ahead, we're going to hop right on into it with everything that we know and everything that we're anticipating right now. Before we do though, however, grab the subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing and covering all types of Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Okay, so in this video we are going to be taking a quick read from one of my favorites out there, Star Wars, thedirect.com. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there, as well as an overall garnering source. Ahsoka Season 2 was officially confirmed to be on the way at Lucasfilm and with Disney, so fans are now kind of wondering when it's actually going to be released and who will make up the entirety of the cast. What would Ahsoka Season 2 really entail? What would it really all be about there as well? Season 1 of Ahsoka was a hit for Disney Plus and Lucasfilm, to say the least, when it debuted on Disney Plus's streaming service in late of last year, 2023. When Season 1 had come to its conclusion, many had asked whether the Rosario Dawson-led series would be renewed for a second installment for many different reasons, such as its viewership numbers, the way that Season 1 simply ended with so many plot lines kind of left open-ended, and the passing of the late Ray Stevenson, who took on the role of Baylan Skoll. So first things first, the main question, when are we anticipating for Ahsoka Season 2 to actually release to Disney Plus? So saying that Lucasfilm had officially announced in January of this year, 2024, that Ahsoka Season 2 is in development with its creator Dave Filoni, that it is a thing and something that they are moving forward with, returning to lead the creative duties with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau there as well. Although Season 2 was officially announced by Lucasfilm, no release date has been given as of the writing and early development and pre-production process as of right now. However, we're able to pinpoint around and maybe make a few educated guesses. It's confirmed that the Dave Filoni upcoming feature film, The Mandalorian and Grogu movie with Jon Favreau, is going to be released on May 22nd of 2026. It's still not clear as to what the movie is going to actually include itself, like into the regards of the plot details and everything of that nature, whether it will take place for The Mandalorian Season 4, or if it will include any of the other Mandoverse characters or storylines as well, or if this is simply strictly going to be about, well, just The Mandalorian and Grogu. I think it would be a tad bit disappointing for this movie to only be about just those characters. I mean, like, yeah, they don't necessarily have to have Ahsoka and Sabine and maybe all those characters, but if they're in the same galaxy, never say never. Like, it's something that they could and should honestly totally do, and I think it's something that a lot of fans would really look forward to. In a narrative sense, it does not matter what will happen in that movie, seeing as of how Ahsoka and Sabine Wren are still on this planet of Peridia in an entirely different new galaxy. That's clear and cut and well out of the ways. Other characters such as Boba Fett, Luke Skywalker, Thrawn even, are all kind of characters that have that ability to pop up somewhere in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. However, since Dave Filoni will be directing the film and will also be extremely hands-on with Ahsoka Season 2 there as well, he likely won't be able to work on both of these, well, necessarily at the same time. Let it be clear and cut, though, that this is Jon Favreau's movie. The Mandalorian and Grogu movie is really with Jon Favreau. Of course, they co-create with each other and will be probably both on set for both of those respective projects, but do mind you that there are kind of certain guidelines that they follow. Like, there's a fine line of whose project it really actually belongs to. At the end of the day, though, they definitely do co-write and come up with these stories together. Although it's not been confirmed, it is also likely that Ahsoka Season 2 will be set in the release before the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. So maybe somewhere in late of 2025 or somewhere just in the overall year of 2025 seems like a likely fingers crossed kind of moment. It would be important to note that production has still not started on the show for Season 2, so fans shouldn't expect to see it this year in 2024, but it is possible that the new installment could and would be released sometime in 2025, likely maybe later in the year, or even at that, at the very tippy-toe top of 2026, to help set things up and lead us into The Mandalorian and Grogu releasing in the spring or in May of 2026. I think it will get a big Star Wars hype really going for us to lead into that movie. While it's also not necessarily really been confirmed exactly as well, it is said that it's supposed to go into production and start filming sometime by the end of this year. We're just not able to entirely be able to tell. Although it's likely that this last Disney Plus project is going to be released before the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. So, who's this actually going to consist of? Ahsoka Season 2. What characters are going to be returning? Well, we can also take a few educated guesses at that there as well, and I think that from there would kind of entail some plot details that we're able to take a stab at and maybe kind of theorize on, really. Ahsoka Season 1 included many members of the Ghost Crew from Star Wars Rebels animated show, as well as many other characters, both new and previously established. Seeing how Ahsoka, Sabine, Baylan Skoll, and Shin-Hati are all still on this planet of Peridea in an entirely different galaxy, the cast of Season 2 could be, well, rather small for a majority, seeing it would be centered mostly around those characters. Ezra Bridger made his way back to the main Star Wars galaxy, alongside with Grand Admiral Thrawn and the Witches of Dathomir. So, if Season 2 takes place exclusively on just Peridea, which is entirely possible, but I don't really necessarily buy it, I think that there's going to be a couple of episodes that maybe take place just there. I think that's an outcome, but yeah, I don't see the entire Season 2 seeing just there on Peridea. It's also important to remember that Morgan Elsbeth had, seemingly bearish, but, it's Star Wars, nobody's ever really gone, at the end of Season 1 of Ahsoka. So she'll likely just not return for Season 2 at all. I'd honestly kind of hope that they keep it that way, but, well, as I had mentioned, it is Star Wars, nobody has ever truly gone, and with this idea of Morgan Elsbeth being a Dathomir Night Sister, and magic, and witchcraft, and all that good stuff, she can definitely be resurrected and brought back rather quite easily as well. So considering that fans can expect to see Rosario Dawson reprise her role as a titular character, Ahsoka Tano in Season 2 of course, and she likely will be joined by Natasha Liu Bordizzo, who will continue to take on Sabine Wren, those I feel like are almost no-brainers. Unfortunately, due to the late Ray Stevenson's tragic and sudden passing, the character of Baylan Skoll will simply just have to be recast. Of course, there's other ideas of, they could use CGI, but I don't think that Disney's going to go in that direction. It would be a bit unclear if Baylan will even be a part of Season 2 to begin with, and that maybe, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have kind of just written his character out and around that. But seeing as of how Season 1 ended up by teasing that he's heard a calling for someone or something of a much greater power on this planet of Peridea, it kind of feels like it would be a bit difficult just not to include the character. They'll definitely have those mentions though, however. That's a given almost. It is also still possible that Ahsoka and Sabine could escape Peridea and get back to the main Star Wars galaxy, especially within those first couple of episodes. I think that's something that they should and probably will do. There is a lot to discuss here with not just Ahsoka Season 2, but everything else that's happening within a galaxy far, far away. It's all the more reason to grab the subscribe button if you haven't already to be up to date with all of that, as we are discussing and covering just about all types of Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab the subscribe button today. Guys, of course, I would love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. What are you guys anticipating and expecting and hoping to see with Ahsoka Season 2? Not just sample the future of a galaxy far, far away. I would love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial Star Wars. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.